Hey everybody, welcome back to Kingdoms Reborn. In the last episode, we finished with sheep. No, this is going to be a little bit of a change of pace from the last episode. Initially, I planned on getting clothes going this episode, but after some looking at the tech tree, we only need our houses to be at level 4 in order to get to the enlightenment age, and our houses are currently at level 4. So I want to invest more of our kind of movement into food and maintaining our population than I do want to expanding our luxuries and things like that. Luxury are good. They improve the happiness, they improve our work performance, everything like that, but they also increase the size of our house. And currently we are struggling with food. That's the uber thing that we're struggling with. Now, something that I looked at between episodes is how much food a pig ranch is producing now versus what it was in the last major build. And before, a pig ranch at 100% would produce about 400 food. It was enough at the time of deity being 300% to feed roughly 5 people. These at 160% are only producing about 180 food apiece. That is barely enough to feed one person plus a part of one, and so they're just not efficient. So we've got to look at something, and that brings us down to our farms. Now, the farms are producing a little over 500 food for these big farms. That is enough for a little over 4 people. So at least we're breaking even here with having somebody hauling. It gives us the opportunity to have somebody doing another job, at least most of the time. So we want to keep pushing that, and we want to look for something a little bit more efficient. And that brings us to the deep sea fishing. So we're going to go ahead and quick build it. I'm a little low on money, but that's okay. I just want to see what it's about. And right now for 4 people, it produces 401. It requires some stone tools, so I'll have to buy those, and then we can use some wood to get the improved boat. Let's grab that. We'll throw a passion book in there for the time. Already brings it up to 421. That's at least enough to feed the people in there. If we can get it a little higher, it would even be better. Let's grab that steel card. We'll grab these immigrants, just get our population in a little bit better shape. We might look at an immigration office this game just to see if we can bring our population up as we start expanding. That brings us to this right here. So before we do that, let's grab these tools so we can see what it's with tools, and then when we get the next card, we'll throw the next card in there. So let's accept those. We'll take the motivation book as we're getting close to 80, absolutely, and then we'll grab tools. Now, if the fishing is good, I want to bring in a lot of tools, so I'm going to go ahead and take a look at just importing them, and I also want to get to producing our own stones this episode, so we're not buying them. I want to slowly get rid of everything in here other than iron tools. I don't think we're going to be purchasing or making those anytime soon, so let's drop that out. Let's get stone tools. We'll let them bring it in 100 at a time just because I want to get them caught up. We have enough money right now, but we're just going to bring up to that 100. After that first batch comes in, maybe we'll set it down to 20, and at least for right now, we're breaking even there. Cannabis, let's bring this up to 300 just so we have a little bit of a bigger buffer. Same with the tulips. Medical herbs, I think we're going to slowly start increasing this to probably somewhere in the neighborhood of like 1500 till we get to medicine, and we just had a tech finish. I think that this was something in the upgrade tree. Not really sure. Maybe it was swordsman. So we'll get the warriors upgraded to swordsman. All right. Well, I guess apparently they did. That's good. So that should be good. And let's head back over here. So I want to get rid of this block. I want to start moving it over to probably cabbage farms. Let's go ahead and delete this out. We'll go right there. Let's go ahead and delete that. Let's hide the tree so I can see what the heck I'm doing. And then we'll build these farms in our standard 19 by 12. We'll throw the granary back in the middle in just a second. And I only want one of these to build at a time. Same with the houses. We're going to build those one at a time. So let's get those, and then let's go ahead and shut these all off. And since we need houses over here in order to populate these, let's get them configured to cabbage real quick, and we'll let this one right here get started. We might do one of these medical herbs just to get a little bit extra medical herbs, because I got a feeling they're going to be feeling the push real quick with the amount that we're using. We'll get the granary. I've got a little bit of money. Let's go ahead and quick build that. Let's quick build this house since it's ready, and we can behead some thieves, so we might as well. I don't want to push my population up that way. And speaking of pushing up the population, let's go ahead and lay a trap, and we'll pop one of these immigration cards. I guess I could have taken that group of terrorists and kept them in my populations. A book, we got that motivation, brings us to just shy of 600. We throw that improved fishing in there. We're a little over 600. 600. Might be able to place another worker in there, but at least it's efficient right now. And if it's efficient, we can play on that to push our food, because that's a bit of food. And by the time we get fishing combo, we put a granary over here, going to be that much better. Let's do the granary next, since we don't have a granary over here except for that one, and we're starting to lose some people from the cold, so I want to watch that. We'll do this granary right here, just in case I place another fisher. Let's do it. Let's place a fisher right here. Looks like there's plenty of room. We'll let them kind of slow build that, and then we're going to have to look at some houses over here, because this area is going to get overwhelmed. We're still a little shy on people, so I'm going to go ahead and pop one more immigration to get our population up. This one's ready. Let's go ahead and get that set for 3 people, and let's go ahead and get this one right here building. Might as well quick build this one just to keep the population in good shape, and this one, let's go ahead and quick build this. Again, just want to set this down to 3, and now we can probably get this one going, and then once that's built, we'll set that to 3 as well. I'll do the roads in just a minute. Let's grab that passion card. That brings us to the tavern. So currently we're a little over 1,000 for money. Let's go ahead and enable this. Let's quick build it. Now, typically I've done the budget at 10, and if we look in our happiness, the entertainment's at 75%. So if we go ahead and upgrade this to the 88, we'll give this a little bit of time and we'll check back and see if it moves up, because these were at like 75 to 78, and that's what the entertainment was over here. So we want to give this a chance and see if it goes up to that like 115 mark maybe. That would go a long way in our happiness. We want to get those motivation books going really strong. And if we take a look at the houses over here, we can see that a lot of people are going a long distance. So I'm thinking that we want somebody over here, and we have 2 people that left from sickness, even though we have medical herbs. So let's get a couple more houses, and then we're going to take a look at our technology, because I really want to push that technology to get to the enlightened age. Let's do 2 houses there. We'll leave our gap in here. Market and the library, we'll wait on doing those for a while. So if we take a look, we're currently at 18 total houses, but only 13 of them are ready for level 4. And if we look in the tech tree, we can see that we need 30 for the enlightened age. That's our big goal. And with that, we're going to want stone tools for increased movement. We're going to want advanced logistics so that the citizens have double their hauling capacity. Those are really important. And then eventually we're going to want the policy maker. So we will need trade routes, and we're also going to need, I believe, no, we don't need foreign relations yet until we get to the school. That's not too important for the moment. I don't think we have anything in the upgrade tree that we need. Ranching technology would be nice. Trade relations would be nice, but it's not that important. Maybe we pick up empire building, get berserking, we get the military engineers so that we can get catapults. I think we'll replace I believe it's the archers with catapults, get a little bit better in that shape. And I'll build this one, gives us a little bit better population. We had a year pass, so I want to go ahead and get the immigrants going. And we've got this guy right here that's ready for some upgrades. So we'll get that upgraded. Oh man, that is so much food. I get why people are going for the fishing route. And I got an extra person in there. I guess it doesn't matter too much, because if we have an extra person, they might ship out quicker. So they might bring in more. So ultimately we'll probably want the extra worker on both of them. But I'm going to hold out until I know that we're secure with people. But I get why people are going the fishing route now. We've got some people dying from the cold. Let's do this house right here next, and we'll go ahead and quick build it, and then we can get this one going. So we can quick build that since we have the money. Let's get these adjusted down to 3 workers, and then in the spring they'll go ahead and harvest that. And if we take a look at our job priority, farms are filled. Mushroom farm, I'm not too worried about that. I don't think it's going to be very productive. If it doesn't work, it's fine. Gets us the fishing, and then storage. I'm going to rework these, and then we don't have the beer going, so we'll grab a couple more immigrants, get us a little bit caught up to where at least beer is filled. Almost there. All right, so we're close. Maybe the immigrants this year will get us there. We'll grab these immigrants, we'll grab that productivity. It's going to go right in that fisher. Gets us 100 people, and we grab a passion book. That's the one that I'm going to place in there, get that happiness a little bit higher. So double passion book in there. Almost 700, guys. We are getting close to where this is going to be really good. So if we look at the production up here, we can see that the cooperative fission's given us 23%, and that's only going to get better as happiness gets better. And then if we had, instead of passion, we had the motivation books, instead of 15% a piece, that would be 23% a piece. That would just be that much better. So these are the way to go, and I really don't care for that. Looking at our luxuries, looks like beer is in rough shape, so we're going to have to look at something for beer. Maybe just getting it full is good enough, and I can see our tools are starting to shake. We might be losing tools, so we'll bump that up just a little bit. Maybe we'll go to 200 tools, and then with the 200 tools, we'll go to 30. See if that holds a little bit better. I want to make sure we have plenty of tools, at least a year's worth, so that we don't run into too much trouble trouble, and it looks like food is on the edge. I don't want to get too far behind because I just want to keep moving forward. Let's take a look at our houses. We have 22, 23, so we've got 7 more we need to get, and then we have to upgrade the total of 15. We have to upgrade to those level 4 in order to get to the main era there. Let's get some beer production over here for the future, and we just had somebody die of sickness. I don't know what's going on with that. We have plenty of herbs unless they're not getting there in time. Let's go ahead and close that out. We'll let the tech build up for a little bit, and let's do a copy and paste of the beer. We don't need storage for wheat. We just don't. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that. We'll get rid of the beer, and then we're going to rebuild this without having a delivery person. So let's get that done. We'll quick build it. We're going to go ahead and switch it over to beer. It gives us a storage space, and I did have a look ahead in the technologies, and I was noticing that the transport, the things that I was looking for a couple episodes ago, is further in the tree now. So I'm not sure why they moved it, but it's at least in there. And these storage, for being a one-man storage, are a lot better than even the warehouse. Granted, this is one supply where the warehouse is a couple of supplies, so maybe I get it. And then I got a comment that my province is kind of getting to be the shape of a reverse J, and I never noticed that until you said that. So thank you for calling that out. And with that, you said, please build a road for your people to walk across, and you're absolutely right. Let's get a road right here. We'll kind of bring it around. I should have did this first. Thank you for your comment. I love and adore every comment that I get. Every time I get a comment, I see just people pour into the videos. So thank you guys. We've got our neighbor is angry. He can be angry, absolutely. And that brings us to the beer. So let's go ahead and copy and paste this down here. I do want to see what bread brings. I want to see if there's changes that come with some of the new buildings. Let's go ahead and grab our yearly cards. I was going to grab wood for a minute, and then I probably would have grabbed the kidnap. We'll go ahead and shut this one off. We'll get this one quick built. We'll throw a productivity in there, and we'll go ahead and do all the upgrades. It's already set for wheat, so we don't need to worry about that. And I guess I could throw a sustainability in there just to keep it kind of moving. Let's take a look at our people real quick. We've got 6 of 6, but if we look in our priorities, we've got only 5 in the beer. So we need just a little bit. We grab these immigrants, we grab that passion. No, we grab the motivation. We'll start that transition, and we've got people in the forester, which we do not need at all. So let's go ahead and turn off the forester for the time being. We probably should turn off the fruit gather. I guess the least we could do is do some upgrades, maybe throw some cards in here, see if it's worthwhile. And what I noticed is the bonus yield is now stagnant 100. In the first time I played, I saw bonus yields get as high as 1100 plus, and those trees would give like 200-300 fruit. Now I see 100, or I see 5 off of one tree. I was going to say 100 because I was reading that. That's all I see, and that's rough. 5 off of a tree isn't going to keep us on this difficulty. It just absolutely is not. We're close to our houses, and it looks like we're starting to make the progress. 17, so we got 13 houses to go. Let's throw some roads in here. And then I also had a look at the tech tree towards the industrial age, and I noticed that I missed cypress, something that I'm surprised you guys didn't call out. So if we take a look in the industrial age, we got the flower garden here, which looks like a reskin of the shrubs, but right above it is the cypress. And then we've got the garden here. So this is the upgrade. So we're going to wait till we get cypress to really continue to push into that, because this, instead of 5 appeal, is 8 appeal. That's much better. So we're going to look at getting our housing happiness up that way, and our entertainment is up to 85% versus the 70 we started at. And that brings us to the next place we want to expand, and that's going to be up here. So let's go ahead and hide the trees. Let's bring up the fertility overlay, and we can see that there's some stones there. So we'll go just to this side of those stones. We might do like a quarry or something there in the future, and then we'll go ahead and connect it this way. Couldn't ask for a better road, seeing as how it connects right into the fort like that. And then we want to start getting some houses in this neighborhood for a big farm up there. Again, that one's going to probably be cabbage again. In this area, man, the appeal is just not the greatest. We'll do 4 more houses here. I was going to do pigs originally until I had to look at the numbers. Maybe that's the grasslands play that we go for pigs, but for right now, just going to skip it. We'll do our road up this way, and then wherever we can get like a 34. We'll look at it. So not right there. So we're going to have to go here. We'll go all the way out to 34. And this way, if we go that way, we got 34 this way. So we're good to build our next set of farms over here. Let's go ahead and start it. We'll do just probably 1 to get started, and then we'll get another. Well, we'll do 2 so that I have the layout for the granary. Let's go ahead and behead these guys. Let's go ahead and set the next trap. Excellent. Let's get the next farm right here. And again, it's just going to be a 12 by 19. And I guess if we're going to do medicine there, we need to get a warehouse over here. So we'll do the warehouse there. I'm not going to quick build build that, I want to save the money a little bit. Let's go ahead and pick up our yearly cards, and we'll just grab those, and then we'll get immigrants in a second here. I'm liking where we're going. We're close to our housing cap, and since we're close to our housing cap, we're getting to where the houses are upgrading, and that's what I want to stay. I want to stay really close to the housing cap so people don't move around, stuff like that. Let's get the granary next. Let's grab the immigration office. That would have been bad. We'll grab that right there. We'll look at, yeah, we'll grab these. Brings us 2 from our limit. Let's grab that motivation, and they are happy. So I do want to quick build this, especially now that the trees are moved. Let's go ahead and drop it down to 3 workers. This one is not quite ready. Let's take a look at our labors. So we're late spring. We have a couple labors left to go. So let's go ahead and quick build this one. So we'll start getting some medical herbs, and then we can start on these as we get more houses built. Let's go ahead and let this one right here build. It's nice and cheap. I could bring back the trees in just a second. I'll have to remember to do that, but we'll get this one planned out, and we'll get the other one planned out. I'm going to go ahead and shut off one of these. So I'll let one build, but the other one I'm going to go ahead and shut off. And with that pretty much brings this circle, and we'll go ahead and set those over to cabbage. Let's get this one shut off for the time being. Let's get this one set to cabbage. We'll quick build the granary now that it's came down a little bit. Let's build our road this way so they have a nice walkway around. And this area is done. I mean, that's another 4 houses on the docket. I think that brings us up to, well, we've added 8 houses so far. So we probably need about 7 more if I had to guess. So yeah, we've got 5 more that we need. 2 are about to be built because we'll build these as soon as the next thing is ready. So as soon as this one's ready, let's bring back those trees and get rid of the fertility. So as soon as this one's ready, so pretty quick here, we're going to go ahead and quick build that one. I want them to get the stone just so that the stone's in a little bit better shape. And let's take a look at what we're at for people. So no people at the moment. Let's drop an immigration, maybe grab, now we'll let the immigration build up a little bit further, and I'm going to go ahead and sell these sheep. They're 440 a piece. That's pretty impressive. Now, if I was to look at the animal overlay, probably have to hide the trees. We have a lot of animals. So I do want to take another look at hunting. That's going to be something that might be valuable even though I wasn't thinking, and just do, it might be one of those things where the only way it has value is if we have enough people that have enough food that they can continuously hunt. So we might look at doing a hunter somewhere, say in here, just to kind of help with this and then take care of some of those animals. I would like to move this in the future, but I will grab a hunter as long as the people down here don't look like they're being overwhelmed. Look at this. We've got people going all the way over here to work. This is a big problem. Workers should not be pathing that far, especially when these guys have no place that they're working. For people to be pathing all the way across the screen, that is a huge issue. These guys are full, so we're gonna have to get some laborers over here. If we take a look at these, we should have laborers, and we do have a little bit more room for people. We're down to 5 houses. Let's see what we can do to get these houses built. Let's get this one right here. Go ahead and fast build that. Let's bring back those trees as it's hiding. Let's go ahead and shut off the animals. Now that we know that there's animals all over the place, I guess we do none. That'd be the right overlay. We have 2 motivation books, and initially I wanted them in pigs, but I think we're gonna start pulling them and start putting them in other things. We'll pop this immigration card, try to get a little closer to that 127 since our food's in really good shape right now. And medicine, yeah, we're in good shape for medicine. I'm starting to enjoy the playthrough. For as much as I was adamant about this isn't going the way that I wanted it to, I'm starting to enjoy it. Got 11 workers, so let's get this house right here built in a minute. And with that, we're going to go ahead and get our first quarry done so that we start producing rocks, so that when we get to the Enlightened Age, we can start making stone roads, make it out so we move even faster. Let's get that passion book. That will be pretty important for the future, so we'll let this one build. Let's go ahead with the fertility overlay because it shows pretty good how everything plays out, and we'll do a road this way. And I might do a road to connect down here once I get the quarry in here, but for right now I just want to get that quarry in. And with that looks good. Let's get a storage warehouse there. I still want to call them a barn, don't ask me why, but we'll get that going. We'll let them kind of naturally build those, and then maybe we throw a road to connect this way. See if our people can move a little bit quicker, since it looks like they're just pathing through there like fiends. Now, for as much as I could see in the middle of the winter the cold icons, it never occurred to me to build that, but you know, that's what other people's eyes are for. So thank you for those comments, guys. Let's get these things built. Let's get this one upgraded, and we do have a little bit of stone, so let's go ahead and give the insulation. Some point in time I do want to move to having some sort of heat. I'm not sure when, as I still think that we're we're in a little bit of rough shape there, but let's go ahead and get the insulation. Brings us to 300%. Somewhere maybe once we get the hearth fireplaces, you know, that would be like 360, and then we do the heating, maybe we'll get it up to like 500%. Be pretty happy with that. We're early autumn. We still have 8 people kind of hanging out. And that means that we could get this farm up here. So let's go ahead and let this one build. We've got money. Let's go ahead and quick build. Let's get this one right here quick built. And what does that bring us to for houses? So we've got 26, 28. So we need 2 more houses in order to get to the middle age, or well, the enlightened age. And then we can try to push for some of those other things. Let's go ahead and make 1 more fisher down here, as I'm thinking that fish is pretty good. Yeah, look at this. We're getting, well, it says 703, but I'm guessing that's an issue with transporting. And once we hit the next era, we'll be able to get the advanced logistics, and this is the hauling post. That will be absolutely amazing. So I don't think we want to do something like a storage here. I think we want to go with the hauler. That will help with pretty much all of this. And we might even start to backtrack some of these pigs and start switching them out with farms. I'm leery about that because I want to do something with bread. Speaking of that, let's go ahead and grab tech for beekeeping. We'll grab baking. We do want to prep for the medicine maker as soon as we have all of the candle maker. We have the 30 houses. So I guess we pick up mead for the medicine maker. No, we'll hold out on that. I really want to get to stone roads and advanced logistics before I do the medicine maker. So that's just kind of on the back burner. We'll grab not the windmill, but we'll grab the bakery. We'll throw a bakery right here. That will be a pretty good place for it. We'll let that build, and then we'll check on it and see what it does. And what are we looking at now that we're late winter? We're looking at, ooh, a lot of people are out of jobs right now. It would be a shame if he was to come and attack. Talking about that, let's go ahead and sell the archer. We want to kind of get a little bit of a buff there, as I think the catapult was worth a little bit more. Yeah, the catapult's 150 versus this is 45. It does cost more. It has a little bit more upkeep, but that's plenty fine. We'll do 2 of them, and then we'll get rid of the archer here, and we'll grab our yearly cards. Absolutely. We're almost to our cap. I'm happy there. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Let's do 1 more catapult. That will, no, we'll do, yeah, we'll do 1 more catapult. We want to start sieging one of our neighbors. Not sure how long it's going to take, but what I was seeing in the upgrade tree is that we can do some upgrades to get some sort of tech. And I think it's influence, but it's this right here, empire building. So it's allies or conquered minor cities give whatever that icon is equal to 3 times its level. And just like that, we unlock upgrade points. So it gives upgrade points. So something in our empire now requires it. We've got 26 from population, so we're going to need more. Let's check the bakery, see if the bakery is what unlocked it, and it did. So we've got improved oven, 15%. We've got the baking recipe. Again, this would be 30% once we get to level 5 houses, and we are on coal. Let's switch this to fire. Right now we're at 51, and we'd need 8 cycles to make enough just for the 4 workers. If we switch to the wood fire, it brings us 65. We would need the extra productivity from this. We would need probably the 30% from this. We would want a few of them in order to get the 30% from this. So by the time we spend 12 points here, that's almost, it's half of our points, and we're going to need a lot of bakers. So we're going to need a lot of these upgrade points. This used to be influence, and it looks like we get them from population, empire buildings, diplomacy, wonders, and museum card slots. So I believe this is new. I don't think this was in the game the last time I played. So that's going to be something we're going to have to go after, and it gives a reason to go after minor cities. It used to be that when you'd conquer a minor city, it gave a ton of influence, and it would give so much influence you could buy pretty much anything with influence you wanted, and I thought it was broken, so I didn't do it. Let's see what we're at for houses. We're at 28 of the 30 we need, so we need 2 more built. Let's go ahead and get this one going. Go ahead and quick build it. Hopefully that's enough to move into there. What do we need? We need a lot of people. Let's grab another immigrant, and I think we're going to look at an immigration office, maybe 2 now, just to push those immigrants. So let's grab immigration, and we'll place 2 of them down. It requires wood, which is red, which we have 1900 of. That's a bug. We'll do the immigration office right here and right here. It's probably, yeah, it's relatively cheap. Let's go ahead and quick build those. Let's do all the upgrades, get them as productive as possible, and then I want to make sure that these are prioritized. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight them until I don't want them. This I'm going to go ahead and shut off because we're not doing this anytime soon, and we just had some people die of the cold. I'm liking that less people are dying of the cold, but at the same time, it feels a little bit broken. Now we need one more house. So can we build another house somewhere? We'll do this one right there, and they just stole some more. So we'll get some more traps going. Get 5 years, and they'll probably steal some more between now and then. Let's get this one built. Let's get that last house, well, the last 2 houses upgraded. And it looks like everything but beer is in good place, but at least food's in a good place for now. So we'll grab the yearly cards. We'll grab that card. Let's get this beer brewer done. Yeah, let's get that beer brewer built. We'll get, oh, advanced beer brewing. 5% citizens food happiness per advanced brewery, and we can buy it up to 20%. Oh. Absolutely. Let's pick that up. And congratulations, your first advanced building. Build 4 of the same type of production building to unlock advanced versions. That's absolutely new. This is kind of what we wanted to see in this playthrough, was the advanced building. So I'm happy to see that. We'll grab that motivation book. Let's see what it takes to build it. Stone wood. Absolutely. And we get our master brewer, which we'll do when we hit the enlightened age. I'm happy about that. Let's take a look at what it takes. 16 workers. Holy hell. That's going to take an entire block of people. As 16 people is a lot. We'll do the advanced brewer somewhere, maybe. Oh, we'll do it like somewhere over here. No, I have to have that central in our population. Let's go ahead and get rid of these for the advanced brewer. See how it is. Might have to. Yeah, this is gonna suck. Let's do it. Let's get those refunded. Let's get this boy right here. We'll move the catapults up above so that I can sell the brewery cards, and let's get those back up there. Let's put the rest of them up there. Let's get this built. 19,000. We're going to let that build naturally. Thankfully, we have stone coming in. Maybe we do some upgrades with not the workers. We don't want extra workers in there, but we'll definitely do the upgrades to make it a little bit more productive. Maybe throw a couple passion books in there to make them happy. And then if that's taking that much workers, I think these 2 are going to have to go away because I need the workers now. So then we'll sell these once this is produced. It produces wheat. So I'm hoping that this is absolutely insane, but they're going to get 2 motivation books to make it just that much better. Still can't speed boost it. That is rough how much it takes. We don't have the stone, and that's why it's taken so much to build. Let's do a little speed boost action on the quarry. I might have got a little overzealous with getting rid of the other beer breweries for the moment. So as soon as this rolls over, I'm going to go ahead and spend the 14K on it. I guess let's see what it takes to bring in 130 stones and 2,000. Let's bring in the other 30. Let's do it. Let's bring it in that way. We'll let that come in. We'll let them build it. We'll do it the old fashioned way. And that will be as we hit level 4 houses, 30 of them. We're ready to go to the enlightened age. Welcome to the age of enlightenment. We'll immediately grab stone roads so we can start doing some upgrades there. We'll grab the spy nest. I don't think we're ready for that yet. I think it requires our town hall to be upgraded. We'll grab hauling service so that we get double the hauling capacity. Thank you. Let's start working towards the policy maker so that we can start having some big policies. And that brings us to our era bonuses. We will go with 1% attractiveness for level houses, level 5 houses. 30% cannot get enough from that. 5% total happiness, absolutely. And free thought, we're not going to have enough. Well, science won't be an issue, so we're not going to worry about that. We're going to go with the 20% luxury resources, and we're not going to be importing them, so I'm not worried about that. Let's grab that. We'll grab our yearly books, and we are now in a new age, guys. We are there. Let's pick up that hauling service. I know where I want that, and we now have a quest for build 4 warehouses. So that's a new one. That must be another advanced building. We've got 2 of 4. We'll grab these immigrants. We'll grab that motivation book. I'm going to sell those beer brewers in a minute here, but we are in good shape, guys. I'm going to go ahead and send these guys off to war. We're going to see how the war starts. It's probably going to be something that I'm going to do off camera between, depending on how it goes. So let's go ahead and conquer this guy, and we'll transfer around all of this. So let's get catapults down there. We'll get beer up there. We'll get the swordsmans down there. Let's close that back up. We'll send all these guys up here, and let's go ahead and hit the submit button. And yeah, that's going to take some time. And probably what's going to happen is, oh man, they are going down so quickly. We're probably going to have to, as the swordman dies, I'm going to have to replace the swordman and let the catapults just keep doing their thing. This is a good spot to go ahead and end the episode, as I thank you guys for joining. We'll see you in the next episode.